Let's move on to the next question. So here we have a cube. As you can see, OABCDEFG is a cube in which the side is 6. 6, 6, 6. Everywhere is equal, 66. Okay. Now the unit vectors I, J, and K are in the same direction as OA, OD, and OC. As you can see, shown in the diagram, obviously. Now the point P is such that the ratio of AP and this will be 1, 2, 3. For example, if this was 3, the whole thing was 3, this is 1, this means this is 2. Hope that makes sense, right? According to the ratio given to you. Now the point Q is such that it is a midpoint of the F. Midpoint of the F, it is exactly in the middle. Okay, great. Now part 1, we have to find each of the vectors. First one, OQ. How would you find OQ? From O moving to Q. So step by step, we first move from O, move to D, and D move into Q, right? So OD will be what? Will be O to D, that is the length of 6, obviously, that will be the value of 6. Going up will be K. Now, we understand that DQ is half of what? Half of DF, right? Because it's the midpoint, Q is the midpoint. Now, how do you find DF? By looking at this shape, you can see DF can be found by, from D, going to E, and E going to F, right? So that will be half. D going to E will be in this direction, that will be 6I. And then in this direction will be plus 6J. That will be 3I plus 3J. So finally, OQ will be 3I plus 3J plus 6K. That is OQ. Now PQ, where is PQ? P going to Q. So step by step, I can go from what? I can go P going to A, and then we can just follow the route. Honestly, there's so many ways we can go from P to Q. So let's try one of them. So P, we can go to, let's go to B. Why not? P going to B, and then B going to F, F going to Q. Okay, so we have this route we can use to go to Q. Now PB, we understand that AB is what? The value of AB, it's 6, right? The length is 6, that will be, the whole thing is in this direction, that will be 6J. Now this one is 2/3, so BP is 2/3 of 6J. Hope that makes sense, because AP is only 1/3, obviously the rest will be 2/3, right? And then BP, we're going up by 6, that will be 6K, right? Up is K. And then FQ, we know that QF or DQ is this value. DQ is 3I plus 3J, but FQ will be in the opposite direction. That have to be minus 3I minus 3J. So simplify, that should be 4J plus 6K minus 3I minus 3J. That will give you minus 3I minus J, sorry, plus J plus 6K. That will be my vector PQ in terms of I, J, and K. That is part 1 of your question. Again, we have to use the diagram and try to move in the direction required to go to that point. From a point going to the other point. Now let's find the other ones. Here I can use this one. Find the angle OQP. So from this going to this and this going to this. So pretty easy. That will be QO times QP. I mean not times, but scalar product, and equal to QO QP cos of angle OQP. So we have to find the angle. So let's see what can we do. Now we know the value of OQ is this, so QO will be in the opposite direction. That will be minus 3, and minus 6. And QP will be in the opposite direction. That should be 3, minus 1, minus 6. And the magnitude is pretty easy as well. That will be square, 9 plus 9 plus 36. That will be root of 54. And this one as well, that will be 9 plus 1 plus 36. That will be 46. Cos of OQP. Now scalar product, minus 3 times 3 plus minus 3 times minus 1 plus 6 times minus 6. That should be 30. Divide by the value of root of 54, root of 46. have to be cos of OQP. So 30 divided by root of 54 times root of 46. That will be this. Cos inverse of that will give you 52. So OQP have to be 52.99. Correct with one decimal place, that should be 53.0. And that will be your angle OQP. This is a question in relation to vectors.